families aren't forgotten over the holidays.
Porch Pirates, how to prevent your online shopping deliveries from coming up missing this year.
And find out why military troops may have to go without scheduled salary increases. KCAU 9 News at 10 starts now.
We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU 9 News at 10.
And good Wednesday evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Tim Seaman.
And I'm Sophie Erber. With recent Black Friday and Cyber Monday shopping, Siouxlanders are expecting some big deliveries, but that's also presenting the opportunity now for so-called Porch Pirates to snatch up your holiday gifts right off your porch.
KCAU 9 News reporter Marina Bach shares some reminders when it comes to protecting those deliveries. It's our top story tonight at 10.
Holiday shoppers spent more than $10 billion on Cyber Monday, setting a record for the largest U.S. online shopping day ever.
I hope to have 3 or 4 deliveries when I go home today.
Now, with the influx of packages being delivered right to your front door, comes the risk of theft.
As we would call them, porch pirates, an opportunity to just go snatch and grab and run.
But there are some ways you can protect that holiday gift. One way is through a security camera system.
I do appreciate knowing who's at my door and whether I want to see them or not.
Tom Burns is one of many Sergeant Bluff residents partnering with the police department through their Ring Neighborhood Public Safety Service program.
What it does is it highlights all of these filters.
Sergeant Bluff residents with the security camera system can now allow the police department to access their videos if there is a crime committed in the area, like a stolen package.
Get some very good facial recognition type stuff, and once that's spread over all of, say, Siouxland, a lot of the cops know that, well, that's so-and-so. I know exactly where he lives.
But if you don't have a camera security system, there are other ways you can protect your deliveries.
Have it dropped off at your place of business would be a good idea, or at a location where you know someone's going to be there. And if you talk to your neighbors, just tell them, hey, if you see this package at my door, I'm not going to be home all day. Can you go and grab it for me and I'll pick it up when I get home?
And if you witness someone stealing a package, police recommend to write down the time, date, as well as their appearance, and then call 911.
Any kind of security measures you can put up for yourself are going to help. Saves you the heartache.
In Sergeant Bluff, Marina Bach, KCAU 9 News.
The pandemic is being blamed for the rising crime in America's bigger cities, but is that the trend here in Sioux City? Sergeant Jeremy McClure with the Sioux City PD says there has been an increase in certain violent crime. He said the department expected an increase in domestic violence due to quarantine and the pandemic, but says statistically speaking, there was only a minor increase, with 20 more domestic assaults in 2020 compared to last year.
We haven't seen the drastic increase in violent crimes that bigger cities have seen. And, you know, I would speculate that a lot of it is just our proactive policing approach and our community team policing approach. So we work hard to build partnerships with the community.
Sergeant Jeremy McClure also saying the Sioux City Police Department has implemented more mental health training programs in recent months, which might contribute to the minor decrease as well.
The CDC is once again changing guidelines, this time trimming down the quarantine requirements. Instead of spending 14 days in isolation, the CDC now reducing it to 10 days if symptoms are no longer apparent. They also say that you can end your quarantine after just 7 days, but only if you receive a negative test. And if symptoms are no longer apparent by day 10, you can end quarantining without taking any test at all.
CDC usually takes a while before they change recommendations, and so they have to have a pretty good footing underneath them in order to change that. It will definitely help the burden on individuals and families that extensive quarantines can cause.
And although there are new requirements, Brock says that quarantining for 14 days is still the best way to ensure that you won't spread the virus. Here's the update tonight on the latest COVID-19 numbers from Siouxland. Woodbury County Health reporting 57 new cases in the past day, as well as 77 patients now listed at Sioux City hospitals with COVID-related symptoms. Carroll County this evening reporting more than 2,000 total cases, with 22 deaths there.
In Nebraska, Madison County with more than 3,200 total cases. Now more than 550 new cases reported over the past 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Dakota County officials reporting just 7 new cases today, with 256 cases confirmed over the past 14 days. And in South Dakota, Clay County officials report the 11th virus-related fatality, along with 229 active cases.
With Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine now approved in the United Kingdom, Nebraska's governor is outlining when essential workers in the state can expect to be immunized. He says the state will receive more than 100,000 doses by the middle of this month. Governor Ricketts is asking Nebraskans to be patient, though, as it will likely be some time before the public is able to take advantage.
But folks, I do want to caution that it's still going to be a very limited distribution here at the beginning of it. So this is not going to be distributed to the general public, not likely at least until April, which is why, again, we need to continue to follow all of our rules with regard to avoiding the 3 C's and washing your hands and wearing a mask and, staying home when you're sick.
In South Dakota, health officials say that they are preparing to receive 7,800 doses of Pfizer's vaccine. That should come to them in as little as the next 2 weeks.
The Food Bank of Siouxland benefiting from a large donation today. Purdue Farms delivering more than 9,000 pounds of chicken to the Hope Food Pantry in Sioux Center. It is all part of Purdue's Delivering Hope to Our Neighbors Hunger Relief Initiative. Officials with the food pantry say the donation is greatly appreciated by local families.
When they open that box and see the meat that Purdue has so graciously given us, that they will have a little more hope and be able to feed their family maybe something different.
The Hope Food Pantry is part of a larger network of food banks operated by the Food Bank of Siouxland.
Slightly smaller, but just as important, food packages are being organized by a group of North Iowa high school students. The effort started by one mother working to send a care package to her soldier son overseas. Students from Algona, Iowa have now joined in, turning the VFW hall into an assembly line with hundreds of donated boxes being decorated with encouraging messages and United States flags.
This Kasuth County just went above and beyond. When we started with 310 boxes, we're probably going to be 450 by the time we're done that are going to go overseas.
Yeah, so I've been deployed 3 times, 2 of them overseas and then one of them was stateside deployment. And receiving packages that has your name on it from your hometown really kind of brings a sense of enlightenment and a sense of joy that you can't get from anything else.
Students have bought some of those supplies, with the Algona FFA also pitching in $1,000.
Even though Christmas is still a few weeks away, Santa made an early stop in Siouxland this evening. St. Nick paying a visit to the Akron, former their hometown Christmas celebrations. Mr. and Mrs. Claus receiving an escort through the town to light the town Christmas tree. The kids there able to greet Santa himself and drop off their wish lists. Officials with the Akron Chamber of Commerce say that despite changes to this year's holiday season, it was important to hold on to this tradition.
Everything's being taken away from people. And I feel like the holidays are the best time to, show joy and give a little bit of extra hope. So if we can figure out a way to make this happen and still be safe, then let's do it.
The city of Akron also holding a silent auction on its Facebook page to help raise money for the Akron swimming pool project.
Santa's probably a little concerned that there won't be enough snow to get the sleigh around later this month.
Yeah, he might be riding on grass to take off.
Sparks coming off of that wagon.
Yeah, not good. I mean, it's nice to have a white Christmas, but Marcus, I don't think anyone's complaining that we're not dealing with that this week.
That's right. A very warm start to the month of December, really a warm end to November and start to December. So seeing some warm days here, and it does look like we're still going to see some more warm days ahead as well. 42 degrees for your recorded high temperature here in Sioux City today. That's above the average of 37 this time of year. The record 62 degrees, still a little shy of that one set back in 1998. This morning starting out at 16 degrees, 1 degree shy of the normal of 17, and -7 the record set back in 1897. Again, that's a long time record that's going to stick around at least for another year. The view outside right now from the KCAU 9 studio brought to you by the Port Welding Company, showing that we are seeing some clouds out there. You can see a little bit of the reflection of the lights bouncing off the bottom of those clouds, but for the most part, we're seeing quiet conditions outside to go along with those partly cloudy skies. Temperatures out there pretty chilly. We're seeing those in the mid to upper 20s throughout Siouxland. 26 in Sioux City, 25 in Lamar's, 24 in Cherokee, Orange City at 27, 30 in Yankton, 31 in Wayne and Norfolk, and Storm Lake a little cooler there at 25 degrees. Wind chill values, those are in the teens and 20s. 18 degrees for your wind chill value in Sioux City as well as Lamar's, 24 in Cherokee, 23 in Wayne, 24 in Yankton. So we are seeing those cooler wind chill values compared to the actual temperature temperature. And again, the wind chill value is basically what the air feels like. So if you went outside and took a fan out there when it was cold outside, the air would feel cooler in front of that fan than if you were not in front of it. And that's basically what the wind chill is. Wind speeds are around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So it really doesn't take too much wind to make things feel cooler outside. We are seeing winds out of the northwest at 8 in Sioux City, 6 in Lamar's, 6 in Yankton, 9 mile per hour winds in Wayne, as well as Storm Lake, and calm winds currently in Cherokee. So we are seeing a little bit of wind, but again, they're around 5 to 10 miles per hour, and that's what we'll continue to see overnight tonight. Satellite radar showing those partly cloudy skies out there. We'll continue to see these clouds slide to the southeast here overnight tonight. Stormcast showing those clouds moving off to the southeast, and then clear skies to start tomorrow morning. We'll have plenty of sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures a little bit warmer in the mid to upper 40s tomorrow. It does look like tomorrow night, clear, cold conditions again. We'll drop down below freezing tomorrow night, and then as we head into Friday morning, again, plenty of sunshine throughout Siouxland. Temperatures warming up once again into the mid-40s on Friday. The 6 to 10-day temperature outlook is, again, shaping up to be warmer than normal. We'll see above average temperatures here throughout the rest of the week, the weekend, and into next week. The middle part of next week, that's when we could see temperatures around 10 to 15 degrees above normal, in the lower 50s possible for the middle part of next week. But by the end of next week, that is when we could see a little bit of a change, as there's the possibility of a cold front. It's still pretty far out, 8 to 9 days away, and in the weather world, that's a long time. So things will probably change between now and then, but there's the possibility of things cooling down by the end of next week. 24 degrees tonight here in Siouxland, so a chilly night ahead with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, 46 degrees. It is going to be sunny and nice tomorrow, so get out there and enjoy it. Winds light at around 5 to 10. And your 9-on-9 forecast showing that we are going to continue to see nice weather. Friday, 48 degrees. 44 Saturday, 46 Sunday, 48 Monday. Plenty of sunshine here in the coming days. And then notice Tuesday and Wednesday temperatures in the lower 50s. But then by Thursday and Friday, that is when we could see that cold front slide through again. A lot of time between now and then, so things probably going to change, but something to keep in mind, the possibility is there for some colder temperatures. Tim and Sophie?
Every day that clicks by and we get closer to Christmas, the importance of snow will grow.
Yeah, well, nice rhyme there.
I guess, didn't mean that.
New documents tonight being released in the latest Trump administration pay for pardon scheme. The Department of Justice investigating a conspiracy to potentially bribe to earn pardons. We explain more coming up.
But first, why President Trump says that he will veto any defense bill passed by Congress unless it reins in social media companies. That's next.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Tim Seaman, Sophie Erber, Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson, and Sports Director Jake Jones. This is KCAU 9 News at 10.
Overnight, the president vowing to veto this year's defense bill.
President Trump saying that he will not sign the more than $700 billion spending plan unless it includes new harsher regulations for big tech and social media companies.
KCAU 9's Raquel Martin has more as lawmakers are weighing in.
The president is serious about it.
The White House isn't backing down from President Trump's threat to veto this year's $740 billion defense bill, unless it includes provisions to strip legal protections from social media companies.
They claim to be the public square, but in the case of Twitter, Twitter has become a publisher, choosing to fact-check certain content.
Missouri Republican Senator Josh Hawley says he supports the president's efforts.
They're out there stealing from us, when they're out there censoring us.
And says Congress is taking too long to pass regulations.
Why should these big tech companies be getting these huge government giveaways?
But Democrats and even some Republicans are pushing back. They argue the last-minute request has nothing to do with military spending.
It's silly season at the White House.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says the president is playing politics with people's lives, potentially derailing pay increases for military troops and defense programs.
The president seems intent on filling each of his remaining days in office with petulance, grievance, self-interest.
Republican Congressman and veteran Adam Kinzinger says he'll vote to override the president's threatened veto, adding, quote, because it's really not about you.
But he is going to put the pressure on Congress to step up on this.
The defense bill is still being finalized.
The yeas are 86.
But both the House and Senate versions pass with veto-proof majorities. In Washington, Raquel Martin, KCAU 9 News.
Members of Congress continue questioning the Treasury Secretary and the Federal Reserve Chair. Lawmakers want to know what needs to get done to guarantee help for the American people. Now, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin says he plans to end some emergency lending programs at the end of this calendar year. He says he is simply following the law as the CARES Act passed by Congress officially expires December 31st. Though some lawmakers think the decision should be left up to President-elect Biden's Treasury Secretary. Mnuchin and the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell say Congress needs to set their sights on passing more stimulus.
Newly unsealed documents reveal the Justice Department is looking into allegations that lobbyists may have tried to bribe White House officials or a related political committee in exchange for presidential pardon. According to the documents, back in August, government investigators seized communications related to unidentified individuals who may have engaged in a secret lobbying scheme. The alleged bribery conspiracy includes an offer of a substantial political contribution in exchange for a presidential pardon or reprieve of sentence. The files are heavily redacted and do not reveal the identities of the suspects or the would-be recipient of the pardon. But the Justice Department says no government officials are currently the target or subject of that probe.
The Democratic candidate for Iowa's 2nd Congressional District tonight taking her appeal directly to the U.S. House of Representatives. So there's a turn there. Rita Hart lost the District 2 race by a mere 6 votes in an election that was fraught with recounts, machine malfunctions, and even human error. Now, Hart's campaign had until Wednesday, so today, to contest the election under Iowa state law. Instead, Hart now filing a challenge with the House under the Federal Contested Elections Act in the coming weeks. Tonight, Iowa's Governor Kim Reynolds releasing a statement regarding Hart's intent to file. Rita Hart had the opportunity to bring her case in an Iowa court. By heading straight to a Democratic-controlled Congress, Hart is attempting to undermine the voice of Iowans, end quote. All 4 of our local GPAC basketball teams in action tonight.
That's right. Jake's been on the road. He's got the highlights. We'll check it out after the break.
The Pedersons might not run your average cattle operation or Wagyu beef farm, but it could be one of the most relaxed in the state of Iowa. I'll bring you this story of the award-winning family business and what makes it so unique. Siouxland Stories, Thursday on KCAU 9 News.
Well, the saga continues tonight. Yet another sighting of a mysterious monolith, this time appearing right here in the States again in Southern California. The large metal obelisk appeared in San Luis Obispo County, that's in California, as I say. Pinnacle of a roughly 2-mile hike is where it's spotted.
That's right. Now, sightings of similar metal monoliths, of course, we've been reporting on around the globe over the past several weeks. It is unclear what the point of these metal objects are or whether or not they're related to one another, but they look like they are. Social media has floated the idea that they are simply art pieces meant to create confusion for those who discover them. So just so we're clear, last night we told you about one in Romania that was there and then disappeared. Right. There was another one in the state of Utah, so again back here in the States and in the West, so kind of the same region, but again it was there and then disappeared. So many different things being floated around. This really could be, like, you know, they said the work of one person.
Maybe it's a team. They've got regions of the country.
A global movement.
Of the world.
Yeah, it is installation art.
The thing is with that most recent one, it doesn't seem like they were trying to hide that one. The one in Utah was like hidden away and tucked away. So
apparently it had been there for many years.
Yeah.
According to Google Earth, someone looked and said it was there since, what, 2016, 2017? No one found it.
So maybe just finding the first one kind of set off the domino effect for these other
ones. There could be imposters out there following along.
Copycat Monolith.
This has got a TV series made for it.
Yikes. Well, that does it for us here. Thank you for joining us.
And we are going to have a chilly night tonight. Temperatures, they are going to drop down into the lower 20s. And then tomorrow we're going to see temperatures warm back up into the mid-40s.
And now we are done for tonight. Thanks for being with us.